Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is April 9th, 2022, and Bitcoin is looking like it's still in a downtrend, okay? Question most people have on their minds is, where will we find support? Where will we bounce? Some people are saying we're going all the way to 20,000. Some people are saying we're going all the way to 30,000. Other people are saying the bounce is imminent. I'm in the latter camp, okay? I believe that 40,440 is where we bounce, okay? And here is why. If that interests you, then watch until the very end. All right, first and foremost, I'm looking at pure price action, okay? And I'm going to do some pattern analysis. If you're subscribed to the channel, you'll know that I've been looking at this area right here where we failed to make a higher high and created an M top, an M pattern, okay? And this is a bearish construction, and it's basically price trying to make a higher high, failing. Price trying to make a higher high, failing, creating a bearish construction and breaking down from it. Once we break the neckline is essentially the support of this region, which for us was about 44,240. And I think that is a good neckline. I see a wick here and a wick there. So basically, once price lost this support, it was resistance prior, but once price lost this support, we fell strongly into a bearish pattern. We try to retest the neckline. That lets me believe that, okay, this is a proper neckline. Also, I have VPVR indicator showing me there is some sort of support resistance right here at this level, okay? So essentially what I do is, to try to find the target of this breakdown, I take a line from the highest mound from the top to the bottom, and that is what gives me my 40,440, 40,450 target. Okay, that's the target of this breakdown. Okay, so that's the first thing. That's the reason I'm getting that specific target. Now, I'm not just looking at that. I'm also looking at other factors, and the other factors are the following. First and foremost, we have this ascending wedge that we formed since January, okay? And this ascending wedge has a clear resistance and a clear support. This resistance has 1, 2, 3 touch points, and this support has multiple touch points, maybe 3 to 5, okay? And so that is very close to my target of 40,440. It's not exactly that, but I think that this is a very likely target, the 40,440, because I'm anticipating for the bounce back or the reaction to the initial bounce to find to serve as support for the B wave. Okay, let me say that in other terms. When we bounce, and I believe that we will bounce from 40,440, could be wrong, but if we do, I believe that the B wave, the counter to that bounce, okay, the reaction to that bounce, is going to find support on the ascending support line that we formed since January, okay? Price may wick below it, but we will still find some support there, okay? So this is confluent with the breakdown of my M top, okay? Next, I'm seeing that the VPVR indicator, the volume indicator that shows you where most of the buying and selling is done, has a very strong support at 39,000 thereabouts, okay? And that's a lot of liquidity, a lot of buy and sell orders. There's a lot of money there. I do anticipate our B wave, if we bounce at the $40,440 level, I do anticipate that the reaction or B wave will come down and wick to this region to capture liquidity before heading up and to create an impulsive move to the upside. Okay, so that's what I'm anticipating. So the VPVR is confluent with the 40,440 level, as is the basic support resistance of my ascending wedge. Okay. Next, I see my Elliott wave count. Okay. Since we're in a downtrend, in an impulsive downtrend, I'm seeing this as being, and we're going to go into smaller time frames just for a second, a 33333. Okay. An ending diagonal, which shows a series of five three-wave moves. Okay, so 5 waves consisting of 3 waves. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I think this 5th wave is going to be an ending diagonal in and of itself. It's probably going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, something like that. So I'm seeing confluence in my ending diagonal and my wave count, 5 waves to the downside in my Elliott wave count, right, for this impulsive waves to the downside. Okay, next, last 3 reasons I think 40,440 is a viable area for a bounce. I'm going to turn on my indicators. I got 3 indicators that I believe will give confirmation, and I'm going to show what confirmation I'm looking for. First and foremost, my volume indicator should show a strong bounce, okay? So at the end of any trend, you should see a strong bounce, a spike in volume. So I'm anticipating, I'm looking for that strong spike once we hit that $40,440 level, okay? So we'll see, but if we do get something like that, that's further confirmation. Next, I'm looking at the not the VPVR, the Stochastic RSI, okay? The Stochastic RSI here, I'm looking for bullish divergence, and I can already start to see that because bullish divergence isn't something that's going to happen at the moment we hit my purported target. No, Stochastic RSI divergence is going to be something that develops over time, and so we can already start to see that. So if we take out our arrow tool, we can see the low of this wave, okay? So the low of wave 3 and the low of wave 5 obviously will form a lower low, okay? However, if you look at the Stochastic RSI indicator, you can already start to see the low of wave 3 is down here at the bottom of the Stochastic RSI indicator, and the low of wave 5 may end up being a little higher, okay? That shows strong bullish divergence on the 4-hourly time frame, which is a significant time frame for a decent sized move. So I'm anticipating if 40,440 is indeed our turning point, I think that we will see this area in the Stochastic RSI right here. Let me get my brush tool. This area right here serve as a bottom, right, for the low of wave 5. If it's not this area, then around here, I don't anticipate that our Stochastic RSI come any further down, okay, into this region. I anticipate it come higher than our the low of our wave 3. That would still indicate strong bullish divergence. I hope that makes sense. Okay, that's what I'm looking for in terms of my Stochastic RSI for confirmation or for confluence of my $40,440 call as a bottom, okay? Last but not least, I'm looking at my MACD indicator, okay? The MACD, what is the MACD? A lot of people talk about the MACD, but few explain it. So I'm just going to explain it very quickly. By the way, if you're getting value from this video, please like the video, share the video with other people that are interested in serious technical analysis, Elliott Wave, Bitcoin, the like, and subscribe to the channel for daily Bitcoin updates and occasional altcoin updates, as well as weekly live streams every Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. My MACD indicator. What is the MACD? MACD stands for Moving Average Convergence Divergence, okay? It's typically coded with the 12 moving average 12 exponential moving average rather, and the 26 exponential moving average. I favor Fibonacci numbers. So I've changed mine, I've coded mine with the 21 exponential moving average and the 55 exponential moving average. And then instead of the 9 for the signal, the 9 exponential moving average, I use the 13 exponential moving average because 13 is another Fibonacci number. Okay. If you're confused about, what the MACD is and you want more sort of details about, what it is and how it's coded, I invite you to just Google it really quickly. Investopedia has a really nice article about it. All right. So basically the MACD, which is the blue line on my chart, right, in the indicator, that's the MACD. It's just a line. Okay. That's all it is. It's the slow moving average. So in my case, it'll be the 55 minus the 21. Typically, classically, it's the 26 minus 12. So 26 EMA minus the 12 EMA. Okay. And then you're using the signal or the classically the 9 EMA. I use the 13 EMA as a signal for the difference of those two EMAs, of the slow minus the fast EMA. Okay. And so basically the blue line is my MACD, my 55 minus my 21, and my orange line is my 13 EMA, which is the EMA of my MACD. I hope that makes sense. The histogram is the difference, the divergence of those two EMAs, okay? And if you'll see, my MACD crossed bearish up here, right, on March 30th. And March 30th, we've been bearish ever since. We've been in a downtrend, okay? So my MACD is quite accurate. And so as we go bearish, we haven't actually crossed bullish. And so I'm anticipating, I'm expecting, I'm waiting for my MACD to cross bullish. That'll be another sign that we are indeed going to bounce. And I'm seeing my MACD start to converge. You can see this using the histogram. You can look at the lines, but you can use the histogram as well. You see the histogram does something like this. So it converges. It gets basically to a point where this MACD and the signal line are going to meet. And they have to meet before crossing, of course. And I think that it's close to meeting, and it looks like it's going to meet close to the 10th or 11th at the latest and cross bullish. And so this is why I'm anticipating a bullish cross soon. And that would be confluent, my $40,440 level. All right. So those are the indicators. That's why I'm seeing 40,440. Again, it could be wrong, but I'm using a sequence, or I'm using a whole confluence or a set of different indicators for confluence. I'm not just looking at one thing and going with that. And I think that's more responsible charting and trading. Okay. And last, I want to show you what I think is going to happen. So let's hide the indicators. I think we get a W reversal, and that's essentially going to be my initial breakup structure, my A wave, bouncing from this line, 40,440, and targeting wave 4 of the previous trend, okay? That's what you typically get in an A wave. You get a 3-wave structure that does that. So this is my first move out, okay? However, I think that we're going to find resistance, obviously, here at this line, at this M top, and we're going to make a B wave. You typically get a B wave after an A wave. A B wave is just a counter trend or a reaction to your initial breakup structure, and it's going to come back down. I anticipate the B wave find support on this ascending line of support, right? This channel, or this ascending wedge, right? As I called it, and maybe even wick below, as I said before, to take some liquidity from the 39K region, okay, perhaps. And in the end, what we're going to get is our W reversal pattern, okay, to take us to higher prices, okay? So we find resistance on the first touch, we come back down, grab liquidity from the 39K region, and I think that this move takes us to 56K, all right? That's my analysis for the day. This is where I think we can find support in the Bitcoin price, and this is why If that interested you, if you got value from that, right or wrong, whether this is right or wrong, if you got value from that, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would very much appreciate it. Trade safe, be well, have a great weekend.